there, this is Carlo, and welcome to my Christmas dot tour. This is December 3rd, 2014, and we're just doing I thought I'd do a little dot tour, just to show you guys where I'm at with my apps and stuff like that. So, obviously, we'll skip the sort of boring stuff, find a window is, same as it always is. Launchpad is the same as it always is. Google Chrome, which is obviously my browser of choice, Safari, and then we get to my VFX and CGI and animation tools. So first of all, we've got Blender. Like I said, I don't use Blender that much, but it's actually a nice animation tool to sort of own. So I'll always have that sort of floating around my desktop somewhere. And I've got some new updates to my dock. So I've got Avid Media Composer, which is a pro compositing tool by Avid. Avid has been used in some of the biggest motion pictures out there, to composite audio and picture basically, so it's pretty cool. FilmScribe, which I will work closely with Avid. And then we've got my CGI and modeling tools. So we've got Houdini, which is very much like 3ds Max and Maya, but it's based around particle simulations, so on and so on. Then we've got a modeler, which is part of my Lightwave pack. So this is the latest Lightwave. This is Lightwave 2015. So this is a latest purchase. So it's 2015, which is very, very cool. Haven't had a chance to sort of play around with this a lot, but I do intend on getting proper into my Lightwave. Sometimes it's nice to have a sort of different modeler to work with, because it sort of keeps your creative juices flowing. So next we've got Cinema R16, Cinema 4D R16, which is the complete package here. Got quite a few plugins here that I've added to that. Cinema 4D will always be on my desktop because it's really, really cool. And then we've got my Foundry License Utility Manager, and a little update on my Nuke dock, or Nuke program, shall I say. Recently updated to Nuke Studio and Nuke 9, which has sort of taken the Hero out of that, because Hero is actually built into Nuke Studio. So Nuke Studio, an awesome compositor, and my compositor of choice. So very, very cool program this. Okay, so we've got Colorway, which is basically, it does what it says on the tin really. It basically allows you to color your models, texture your models. You can use it with Cinema 4D or Modo, so on and so on. And then obviously we've got another pro modeler, which is Modo 801, which is one of my main modelers that I use to do all my modeling work, which is very, very cool, very good modeler. And it's up there with Maya and some of the best. So Nuke 9. So Nuke 9 is basically, like Nuke 8, but a lot more advanced, with a lot more features. So Nuke 8, obviously, Foundry being my compositing tools and modeling tools of choice. And going on, I've got my painting tool, which is Mari. Mari is my painting tool of choice. I did use ZBrush for quite some time, but I just love Mari. Mari is the way to go. So another sculpting tool is Mudbox by Autodesk, which is a very, very cool sculpting tool. Not really used Mudbox quite that much recently, but it's a very, very nice sort of sculpting and graphics tool, which is really, really cool. Don't save that. And then I've got my main animation tool, or should I say modeling tool, which is Maya 2015. I can quickly open that for you guys. Maya will always be up there with my favourite or my main modeler and creativity tool. It's absolutely, you know, worth every penny. It's unlimited what you can do with Maya, so Maya will always be my main you know, creation tool, you know, to create my characters, my animation, my CGI, so on and so on. So we've got Smoke, which is another compositor. Smoke is very much like Nuke. Well, obviously they're, you know, Nuke and Smoke both have their good points, both have their bad points, so it's nice to have both in there. After Effects is probably one of my most favourite CGI, VFX and editing tools, compositors all in one that I've ever used, really. But I can't really see myself without ever being without After Effects, especially the amount of plugins I've got for it. You know, I've got the whole Element 3D suite. I've just upgraded to V2, so you know, be prepared for a nice lengthy review on that coming soon. Photoshop, Premiere Pro, which is my video editing tool of choice. Even though I have got Final Cut, I do prefer Premiere Pro. Just thinks it does the job better. It just does the job better for me. Adobe Auditions, which is where I do my music editing. Adobe Flash. I use Adobe Flash to create cartoons and animated characters, which is cool. Mail, contacts, calendars, notes. I don't think I could live without notes, really. This thing is always open, always being used. Reminder, I don't really use that much. Maps I don't use. Messages I never use. I haven't had a chance to use the FaceTime utility yet on Yosemite, but there will come a point where I will use it. iTunes, which is my music player of choice. iBooks, App Store, which I never use because all my stuff is, as you can tell, it's all pro apps. Do you know what I mean? And there's not really a lot of pro apps in the App Store, so I don't use that. ScreenFlow 5.0, which I've recently upgraded to, which is pretty cool. My Adobe Creative Cloud, which is up here, and this is how I do all my updates for my Adobe suite, because I have got, if I go to here, I've got the complete Adobe suite, Adobe CC suite, which is cool. Magic Bullet Looks, which is a very, very cool program for creating cinematic effects for your videos and different tones. I will do a little video on this at some point. This is by Red Giant, so it's a very, very cool program. Final Cut Pro. Now, I do like Final Cut, and I do like to use it now and again, but like I say, my editor of choice is Premiere Pro, but Final Cut is still very, very good. Motion, which is a cool program. Then we've got my system preferences. CCleaner, which is very good. It just cleans up all the junk on your desktop. It is worth getting, guys. If you haven't got it, it is free online and it is worth it. BitTorrent is my torrent client of choice. This is where I get all my music. And obviously I've got a window open for Chrome. So that's it really, guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick Christmas doc. Like I say, there's a few more programs in there which are quite heavy. It is slimmed down a bit because obviously the Foundry has slimmed down because they've combined Nuke Studio with Hero, so I've lost that icon and it's starting to look a lot more tidier. I've got a few more programs I've got installed, like my ZBrush, so on and so on. And I've got something to add here. I've got Buju, which I never put in my doc yet, so let's do that live. So that's Buju, which is a tracking tool, which is very, very cool. Buju is awesome. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed this quick doc tour. Thanks for listening, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.